Chapter 8. Marin. The days after the accident were filled with heartbreak and despair. It's funny, my parents and sister weren't good people in life, but now that they were gone, there was a hole inside of me. It was not like I missed them or that they added anything good to my life, but they were the only family I had. I went through the funeral in a daze. Afterwards, Mitch just lay in the bed with me and just held me, while the songs Petals and Reflections by Mariah Carey played softly on a loop in the background. Both songs spoke of tragic family history and loss, and spoke right to my soul.
About a week after my family's funeral, there was a knock on the door. Lindsay answered it. I heard Mitch's dad's voice before I saw him come into my part of the house. He looked like Mitch, tall, with one green eye and one blue eye, and dark hair that was graying at the temples. "Hello, Marin." "Hello, Mr. Knowles." I was working on something at my computer. At his greeting, I turned my chair to face him. "What can I do for you today?" "First of all, let me give my heartfelt condolences to you about the loss of your family. This has been completely devastating, not only for you and me and their closest friends, but for the whole town. Your family has been a part of this town for several years, and they'll be greatly missed. Saying that, I've been your father's friend for many years, and your sister was dating my son, soon to get engaged and marry my son. That being the case, I feel like I have an obligation to make sure that you are taken care of." "Taken care of how? Have you thought of what you were going to do with your father's house? With his investments and his holdings and your parents' assets? Both of your father and mother." "No, Mr. Knowles, I haven't had time to think of all of that." "I thought so. That's why I took the liberty to look into this for you." He put a brochure and a piece of paper on my tray, which was a slide-on table attached to my chair, and I put stuff on. I looked down. The brochure was for Creighton Hills Seniors Care. I took the liberty of looking into Creighton Hills for you. They have a wonderful facility, and you would get the best care there. "But, Mr. Knowles, it's a seniors care only. I'm only 18. "Yes, I know that. But, dear, you need care. You need people to look after you. You're not a normal person. You need someone to help you with dressing and with bathing, all of that. They have some wonderful activities for people there." "Mr. Knowles, all these people are seniors. I'm 18. I would have nothing to do there." "Young lady, sometimes we have to make choices not that we like, but are necessary for us. What would you do anyway?" "Well, Mr. Knowles, I wanted to go to college." "You? You wanted to go to college?" He smirked. "And do what?" "Well, I wanted to be a writer, and maybe go into creative writing, and take journalism." "Young lady, you have to be living in reality. Your parents are gone. Your father was the richest man in this community. His holdings were more than half the people in this community combined. Your mother had a social standing that rivals most celebrities in Hollywood. And you wanted to go be a journalist? No, no. If you don't like Creighton Hills, there are several other homes for people like you." He put a couple other brochures on my table. One was for another seniors' home, like Creighton Hills. Another one was for a home for mentally challenged people. Think about it. Tell me which one you choose. I need an answer by the end of the week. If you don't, I have somebody who will sign for power of attorney for you. Then they'll make the decision. But I'm asking you first as a courtesy. Have a good day, Marin." He left me utterly stunned. For what seemed like the umpteenth time this week, I hung my head and started to cry. When Mitch came over to see me that same day, he saw my face, the fact that I was close to tears and ready to burst with anger. He came over and kissed me on my lips. The one good thing about my parents and Mara being gone is that there was no more deal, and we could just be together and show affection openly. After he kissed me, he noticed that I wasn't doing well. "What's wrong, babe? What happened?" "Your father is what happened." "What did Dad say?" I showed him the brochures. "What are these?" he asked, confused. "Oh, those are where they're sending me, because apparently I need to go somewhere where people can take care of me. Now that my parents are not here, I need to go somewhere.
The best part is, if I don't make a decision by the end of the week, he'll assign someone to be power of attorney and then they'll make the decision for me. Mitch's face turned red. I've never seen him look like that before. The rage was just pouring out of him and pouring out of him. What did you say? I said that these are the places your father wants to send me. And if I don't make the decision about what place I want to go to, he has threatened to assign somebody as power of attorney, to declare me incompetent and then make the decision for me. Oh no. Oh no. This is not going to stand. He can't do this. For years, you're the one who kept your family afloat. You're the one who did everything for your family, illegal and legal. You're the one who got your sister on the honor roll and top grades. You're the one for years that have been the backbone of your family. And my father wants to send you away? Oh no. 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 Mitch grabbed his jacket, quickly kissed me again, and headed out.
Mitch, I drove to my father's office seething. I could not believe what he went and did. I could not believe that he tried to threaten Maren and bamboozle his way into her life. No, not on my watch. Not after what all she's been through and what all she did. It was a great thing that I didn't get a speeding ticket because I was going over the speed limit. I was so mad. I went to his office and took the elevator upstairs and headed right to his office. As I was about to knock on the door, I heard a conversation which stopped me in my tracks. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Don't worry. Nobody will find out that we assisted in the death of Coach Jenness and his family. Yes, yes. The crippled daughter will be of no consequence soon. She'll be gone by the end of the week. Yes, yes. And then we can take over that fool's investments and everything. Everything that Coach Jenness had going for him. This plan was brilliant. I don't know why we didn't think of it sooner. Planting, paying somebody to feed him drinks after drinks after drinks. He could never refuse his favorite martini. The fact that we paid the bartender to put something in his drink, in each drink, that he would be craving more and more and more and more. The girl, too. We paid a high school boy to seduce the sister, too. That was brilliant. The mother drank too much anyway. But we did the same thing as we did to the father. Just kept feeding her drinks upon drinks upon drinks. They were both so hammered. We didn't have to do anything much. Everyone was too afraid to stop them. It was so perfect. Also, the fact that we paid the mechanic to tamper with the brakes so that they couldn't stop. It looked like a really, really clever accident. Nobody would know that it was us. Chief Willis, this is brilliant. We are going to rule the town. Thank you, Chief Willis. Have a good day. Bye now. We'll have a drink later to celebrate our success. Bye-bye. He hung up the phone. I was stunned but not surprised. Fortunately, as soon as they started talking, I had my phone on record. I played back the recording. It was as clear as day because the door was ajar, so everything was heard through my phone. Instead of confronting my father, I had a better idea. From my car, I called Carlton Hamilton, the head of the board, and one of my father's good friends. Hello, Mr. Hamilton. This is Mitch Knowles speaking. Mitch, what can I do for you, my boy? It's been a long time. It has. I'd like to call a meeting with the board and all my father's business associates. I want to plan a little surprise for him, to thank him for being so good over these years, especially since he was such a close friend to Coach Jenness. I want to give him his proper due. Oh, my boy, that's so generous of you. I think your father would love it. I'll call everyone and send it out. Thank you, Mr. Hamilton. I want to keep it a secret from my father. He loves surprises. I think this would be amazing. Okay, my boy, this is going to be so splendid. When I hung up the phone, there was a smile on my face. Dad was not going to know what hit him. On the day of the meeting, it was held at the Chamber of Commerce. I drove with my dad, telling him that I needed to pick up something. What is this? Oh, just a little something I had planned. Oh, really? What is it? We got to the door and I opened it. Every one of my father's business associates, from the board, from his cabinet, everyone from all his businesses were there. Hey, Dad, I just wanted to thank you. For what, son? For being so generous through the years. Without you, this community would not be what it is. I'm so grateful that you're my dad. Thank you, son. Oh, I have, as a token of my thanks, I have a little gift for you. A gift? What is it? Just a little something on a USB stick. I handed him the USB stick. Why don't you stick it in your computer so we can all see what it is? Okay, that's wonderful. I can't wait to see what it is. This is really generous of you, son. I didn't know you felt like that. He put the USB stick in the hard drive. I waited until his voice filled the room. The whole conversation that I had recorded played for everyone to hear, what he said about the accident, what he said about intentionally getting Coach Jenness drunk, his wife drunk, his daughter drunk, what he said about tampering the brakes and taking over his investments illegally and getting rid of Marin so that there would be no one to contest him. Everyone in the board meeting heard it all. And Strang, he tried to stop what was playing, but I blocked the computer and it kept going and going until every awful, insidious, hateful word was said. When the recording stopped, it was nothing but silence. He turned white. This is a lie. It's been doctored. That's not my voice. Dad, it is your voice on the recording. I got voice analysis technicians to confirm, and there is no question. I didn't know what I was doing. I was out of my mind with grief. Of course, I didn't plan to kill Coach Jenness and his family and take off his one surviving daughter to a nursing home. I wouldn't plan to do that. Yes, you would. Not only do I have that recording, but I brought forth something else to the board last night. I produced stacks of folders with all the illegal dealings that my father and Coach Jenness had been going on with for years, from before I was born. Every bill, every book, everything. My father got really mad. Yes, I did all that. All of that. I did. But you know who helped us? Marin Jenness. That's right. His beautiful disabled daughter helped us doctor all those things for years, all that illegal activity. So if you take me down, she has to come down too. Oh no, because remember, you were going to declare her incompetent. So she didn't know what she was doing, because you already declared her incompetent, although you told her you were going to, but you already had the papers signed and the person picked out. If she's incompetent, she would never be able to doctor bills like that or doctor books like that. How can she? She's disabled, right? My father put up his hands to punch me. You son of a bitch. I'll get you for this. No, you won't be able to get me because you'll be in jail. The police chief is in it with me too. He's not going to want to implicate himself. Oh, you thought I meant the police chief in this town? No. No, I mean the FBI. They're right outside the door. You can come in now, Agent Morasso. A team of FBI agents came and surrounded my father while one of them read him his rights and arrested him for not only crimes in this state, but many other states as well. They've been looking for him for years, and when I called them, they were only too happy to come and arrest him. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. He was screaming out the door. I'm gonna get you for this. You're no longer my son. I'm disowning you. His yelling continued when he was outside the door. I shut it so that we could have quiet. Gentlemen, I don't know what's going to happen, but be assured I may be only 18, but I will make sure that all of you are provided for. Once I know what is happening with my father's companies and with his political career, I will inform you. I have to go through all his papers, but rest assured this is a new day. Thank you, gentlemen. That's all for now. Everybody in the room stood in silence. To know that the top politician was involved in such shady dealings had everyone in the room in shock and horror, because most of them knew that they had skeletons in their closet, and it will be only a matter of time until their skeletons were revealed. Whatever was going to happen next, it had to be good. It had to be something that would fix everything. There had to be a solution somewhere. First with the death of Mr. Jenness, Mrs. Jenness, and Mara, and now with my father gone to jail for goodness knows how many years. The whole town structure was up in the air. I knew that something had to be done quick, and whatever had to be done was going to be big and change my life and Marin's too.